Hi guys, and welcome to very itchy nose. Welcome to another bump date. So this is my third bump date, which is for 8 to 12 weeks. If you are new to this channel, first of all, welcome. And second of all, if you have not watched my first two bump dates, I will leave them in the description box below, and I'll also leave them in the end card to this video. So as I'm reaching the end of the first trimester and going into the start of the second trimester, I've noticed that some symptoms have been starting to disappear, which is a godsend. And those two symptoms are cramping. I very rarely get cramps now. As the baby moves higher, I'm more getting stretching pains in my stomach. And the second one is the nausea. So I'm very thankful that I have not had any severe vomiting. I've never vomited at all in this pregnancy. So I've never had anything serious like HG, which my sister-in-law had, unfortunately, with both of her pregnancies. And I'm just very grateful that I didn't have anything that severe. I just had very bad nausea. So fingers crossed they're starting to go away now, and hopefully won't be coming back. So even though some symptoms have been disappearing, like the cramps and the nausea, some new ones have been coming in, which I was not expecting at all. So let's just jump right into it. First symptom, sneezing more and a blocked nose in the morning. When I mean blocked, I don't mean I can't smell out of it or anything like that. It's just a bit runny. Like I've woken up with a very mild cold, and that only happens in the morning. The sneezing does happen throughout the whole day, but the blocked nose is just in the morning when I first wake up. And if you've noticed by my voice, I do sound a little bit nasally. It is late morning at the moment. It's about 11:15, I want to say. And that gradually just goes throughout the rest of the day. Headaches and dizziness is another one. Fun fact, your blood volume actually increases by about 50% when you're pregnant. Different for every woman, but I think that's a very accurate figure, because I have to get up so slowly now. I can't get up very quick because I stand up and I feel like I'm gonna faint, which isn't fun, but it just means I have to get up a bit slower. And the headaches have been showing up more from weeks 11 to 12. I've just had headaches that I just can't seem to shift, and sometimes I do have to give in and take paracetamol. I am trying not to take any medication for my headaches. I just try and let them go away on their own, but sometimes I do have to give in, unfortunately. They range from very mild to almost on the verge of migraine. Luckily, most of them have been on the mild side of things rather than being very severe, which is good. So these 2 points kind of link in together because one causes the other. So I have been weeing a lot more, been getting up to pee a lot, and it's mainly at night when I am asleep, which has therefore been causing me to get broken sleep. So I have invested in this beauty, which is a pregnancy pillow, and that has helped me a lot, just to kind of have something between my legs, which takes my mind off needing to pee, because most of the time what happens is it gets to about 9-10 o'clock at night. I'm ready to go to sleep for the night, so I'll get up, I'll go to the bathroom, have a pee, come back to bed, and I need to pee again. So what I tend to find, because when I go to pee again, there's hardly anything there. So what I tend to do is I lie on my left side, because that's the recommended side that you lay on in pregnancy. And I put the long side of the pregnancy pillow in between my legs, and that tends to take my mind off it. I'm not sure why, but it just does. Let's talk about boobies. I've definitely noticed some stretch marks right underneath my boobs. and they have been itching slightly as well. It's nothing that bothers me that much, but one thing I have noticed massively is that my right boob is so much bigger than my left. I think because I am planning on breastfeeding, I think my right one is going to be the breast that I predominantly feed out of, because it has gotten so much bigger. But I'm taking it all in my stride. I have always had quite big boobs, so this is nothing that's different to me. And they're nowhere near as sensitive as they were before, which is brilliant. My belly has popped a fair bit. I think it's about 9 weeks. I woke up and I just felt my stomach just felt different, and I looked down and I just popped. I thought, wow, it's actually starting to happen now. So that was fun, and Tom's definitely starting to notice. This is one of Tom's t-shirts because I can't fit in my own t-shirts anymore because they keep riding up on my belly. My belly has also been itching quite a lot as well. What I intend to do for that is I get some Johnson's baby lotion that has coconut oil in it, and I just rub it on my belly rather than itching it, because it is quite cold, so the cooling sensation does help with that itching a lot as well. So what also happened in the past 4 weeks is I had my first midwife appointment, which is called the booking appointment. Ladies, if you are waiting for your first midwife appointment, first of all, congratulations on your pregnancy. Second of all, don't expect the baby to be examined or for you to be examined. You are literally just there to have a chat with the midwife. They'll go through all your paperwork with you. They'll go through all the genetic testing that you can have done for risk of Down syndrome, Edwards syndrome, everything like that. You should have been given some leaflets on it as well. I had my bloods taken. I had to go to the pathology unit because the midwife just tried once, because my veins are actually terrible. She tried once and said, I'm not going to put you through it. Go to the pathology lab tomorrow and they'll do it there. I had that done. It was a bit painful because they had to do it in the same spot where the midwife tried. So my arm was a bit achy for a bit. At my midwife appointment, they because I didn't see the midwife that I'm going to be seeing for the majority of my pregnancy. She was actually on holiday. So I saw another one of the community midwives and she was lovely. She decided that it would be best for me to be under consultant-led care for 36, until I reached 36 weeks, basically. So I got a bit upset because honestly, I felt like I failed almost. I thought, right, something's like not normal for me to be put under consultant-led care. And it's because basically my risk of diabetes is higher because my grandma has diabetes. So that can pass down, and it gives me more of a risk of gestational diabetes, which is diabetes that you only get during pregnancy. And also because my BMI is a bit high. So anything over 30 is considered a bit of a higher risk, and I am bang on 30. I've always had quite a high BMI, and it's not something I've ever been able to shift. The midwife did ask if I could try and watch it and get it down, recommended I go to Slimming World, but the thing is I've tried a lot of different ways to lose weight and nothing's really worked. So if it means I'm under consultant-led care, then so be it. But it does not mean you have failed. It could be for another reason. It could be because you've had recurrent miscarriage. Our miscarriage didn't get brought into it because we were so early on that it's so common to have miscarriages that early. It's not your fault. If you have to be under consultant-led care, it is not your fault. So don't feel like it is. I'm probably the main reason why my BMI is so high, but it's not. I don't take it as, oh, it's your fault, you've done something wrong. They're just taking an extra precaution, that's all it's for. So don't be too upset about it. I know it can be disheartening, but don't be too upset. So my next midwife appointment, I will be just under 16 weeks, and that is on the 1st of April. So we're in just the start of March now. So I've got a little bit to go until my next appointment. And I also have my scan in 3 days. And if you know from the last bump date, we had an emergency early scan. So it's going to be amazing to see how much baby has grown in the past 5 or so weeks. Hello guys, this is me from the future. So, we had our scan yesterday. I'm so on cloud 9 about it. So if you haven't watched my 4 to 8 week one, again, I'll put it in the end card to this video. So this is what baby looked like at 6 weeks and 6 days. So they were about the size of a kidney bean. You can see more of the features if you turn it upside down, like you can see a little face and little arm nubs and leg nubs. And then yesterday I was measuring, bang on track, 12 weeks, 3 days, and here's a little baby. It's so weird seeing how it's gone from little kidney bean there to about 7 centimetres. It was just under 7 centimetres. So yeah, that's our little baby. It still hasn't hit me. I was so on cloud 9 about it. I was so happy. And everything looks normal. I do have an anterior placenta, which means my placenta is closer to the front of my uterus, which means it might be a bit more difficult for me to feel kicks at the very beginning because they start off quite light, and then as the pregnancy progresses they will get stronger. But we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure how far to the front it is. I think it might just be a little bit more to the front, but still at the side, if that makes sense. I'm not too sure. They didn't mention it being any issue, but yeah, a little... Can't believe that's actually in my stomach. It's such a strange feeling. But yeah, back to the rest of the bump date. So I'm going to do a bump shot quickly. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have popped from the last time. My belly's starting to round out a lot more. Forgot to mention, we heard the baby's heartbeat. We invested in a second-hand Doppler from a lovely woman who's just had her baby, so she doesn't need the Doppler anymore. So she sold it for £10, which is a steal, and with a bottle of gel as well. So yeah, we heard baby's heartbeat, which was insane. Tom was mesmerised. I was elated. So yeah, we've got a little wriggler on our hands. So that was my 8 to 12 week bump date. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to see more bump dates in the future. Please ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.